Hello, hello, hello. I'm just getting the link and everything set up. Here we go. The link and everything set. Ay, ay, ay. Hello to everyone who's just joined now. I'm just finding the live stream thing. 1 second. Where's it gone? It's around here somewhere. Where the hell is it? Let me know how your day is going, guys. We'll get into the live in just a moment. And welcome to everyone who's new, who's just joining now. Where the hell is it? Oh, never mind. Live here. Perfect. There we go. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Hello. Who was that? Hello, Hammer. Hello, Michael. Hello, Chris. Hello, Tobias. Hello, Harry. Who else? Hello, Matty. Hello, Chris. Another weekend of backtest. Nice, Chris. Nice, Chris. And then everyone who was just on CDogs Live as well. Let me know how you found it. Hello, Colin. Hello, Sam. Definitely some interesting content gone over there. For those who aren't in the private group, we've got multiple educators inside the group. We've got people who, focus purely on technicals, people who focus on fundamentals and technicals, people who focus mainly on fundamentals, but still incorporate those technicals there. So it's really, really good to see, multiple of those opinions and everything like that. And I think the live stream, which one of the educators just did inside the private group, was really, really good. More to come from him and the other educators on the live stream side and on the sort of webinar answer questions on the go format, if that makes sense. Hello, Garen, smashing it, Garen, as well. Congratulations on the 100k and yeah, just smashing it. I'm good, Tony. I'm good. Hello, Alan. Hello, Gaz. Hello, hello, hello. And yeah, let me know what you thought of CDogs Live. I think it was really, really good. Definitely a lot of information there. Hello. Hello, SE. Hello, Carlton. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure I've got water here. But yeah, let me know how your weekend's been, guys. And then if you're new, we tend to have a quick catch-up, see how everyone is, see how everyone's getting on. Then we get into the charts, mark up some nice levels, come up with a plan for next week. Great live from CDog. Definitely really, really, really good. And a lot of the things which Brandon, WizKid, CedarArg, Leon, Greg, a lot of things, although each person says it, including myself, say it in different ways, but everything does really, really tie in together, which is really, really nice. It's really nice to see that. Hello, Heath. Hello, Warren. Appreciate it, brother. I have to say, seeing that post in general about being able to take your mum and dad to Dubai, treating them how you always wanted, so motivational. Well done, mate. I appreciate that, Garen. And yeah, that was really, really cool. I mean, a cool point in anyone's sort of success journey, I guess, is being able to take your family and show them where you've got to and everyone around you. It's really, really it is really, really cool. And then getting your dad in a Ferrari is pretty top tier as well. See, I love was very impressive. Massive amount of value. Looking forward to seeing next level. Definitely, Tony. And really, that was really there was a lot of. I mean, I've read through his what he went over on the live. We looked at that beforehand, so I knew it was going over. But a lot of it, he's just scraping the surface. Really, what he went over in that one is. It is really, really scraping the surface of what he's going to get into in the future, very much so. A lot of that was mainly on modelling and how to do it properly in terms of, a lot of talks about risk. You'll notice on that live he did a lot of emphasis on risk. And again, it's like I've said on a few lives now. good few lives, is risk is the only thing in trading we can control. So making sure you understand your risk through and through. A, how much you're risking. B, your system that you're using on previous price action. What sort of an expected sort of max daily drawdown. What's an expected like max weekly, monthly drawdown. Understanding those things so you know, okay, if it's not performing to those prior expectations, something might be wrong. And then something key as well, he talked about it in terms of models. So I think in one of the parts he talks about how, you know, two models, they might be one might perform better than the other one, but they're on like the same pair or they're trading the exact same environment. And that comes back to a live stream we did, I think like 2 weeks ago now, which is on exposure to one idea. It's very similar similar concepts. So definitely some incredible value there, and more to come from him. Hello Danny. Hello Katie. But yeah, let me know how your weekend's been, guys. Let me know what you've been up to. And then I hope everyone's looking forward to next week. Definitely a crazy end to the week on Friday. Obviously, we had an NFP, which is always fun to see. So yeah, I know a lot of you didn't trade on Friday. Probably the best not to trade on days of NFP. It's not really good. But yeah, how you doing, Katie? How is everything? Hello, Raj. Hello. There we go. Let me just move all of this over. But yeah, on this live, we'll be getting into sort of coming up with some nice levels to look at, some nice levels to trade for next week. Let's zoom out a bit. Hello, Andy. Hello. I did put these lines are from, I did a little, for a member, I went through basically breakouts and retests and looking at those from a better point of view. Max, where is the special water? What do you mean, Darren? What do you mean? Great, lovely roasts at Dad's. Nice, Katie. Sounds amazing. Even all, hi Max, just to say, I have mapped out what we discussed and sent a Telegram view. Mark, I've seen all of your messages come through today. They were coming through, so I didn't check the chat until like they were all come through. I saw like 120 plus notifications come through from that chat, so I just wanted to make sure everything's come through. So I'll take a look at that once everything's come through. Yeah, Danny, I can't see your previous message, but I can see you saying that. Getting back into sim racing, otherwise hanging with the dog. Nice, Warren. Sounds class. Hi there, is this live, bro? Record. I can't really tell. Please say something. Dritan, this is live. I'm here. Great shout on the 45.17 sell on Friday. Yeah, DB. I mean, that was absolutely to the pip. For those who did, by the way, if you do enjoy the live, double tap on the screen does help spread out the live. But yeah, this level was given on Friday, actually, on a live stream that I did sort of midday Friday, and it was hit to the absolute pip, which was really nice. I mean, whenever anything lines up with the value area high, whether it be golden pocket value area high, previous highs, these types of things, you can really gain an extremely strong bias. And so that was that was a crazy level, to be fair, and it literally was hit to the exact pip. Like it was the exact pip, which was crazy. Oh, no, Darren, I've got other water today. Who was it? Zill in the group sent me a picture of the water. So for later. All good, Aaron. Cool, yeah, well done, bro. You even said my farm. Bravo, bro. Appreciate that, mate. Weekend was quiet, chilled. Night up to a bit when I was learning to crochet. My 11-year-old daughter got quite angry. Being mom and dad has been challenging. Been marking up charts today nicely, and yeah, I can imagine that being more challenging than trading. So yeah, fair play for that, and hope the markups have gone well. Definitely drop them in the Discord whenever you do. Mark up your charts or come up with anything in trading. Dropping them in the Discord, seeing what other people think is definitely a great idea and a step in the right direction to really nailing everything down. joining you in Dubai, or is he still being held captive? Yeah, Darren, he does have a few more meetings sorted, but unfortunately, Jay has, for those who don't know, a bit of backstory, Jay joined us like 8-9 months ago now. He's making a few £100 here and a few £100 there. And then over the past like 3-4 months, he's made well over 6 figures trading, absolutely crushed it, doing very, very, very well. Actually took his girlfriend to New York over Christmas, which is amazing. But unfortunately, he's in the military and naval engineer, and they won't let him leave. Like he's expressed he wants to leave. Like he needs to progress his trading, and he wants to do that. And they literally just won't let him leave. And he's gone into loads of meetings now, and they just won't let him leave. So he's still going through that process, and it's an unfortunate one. Good evening. Thank you, Max, for arranging the CDARG presentation. All good like always. I saw you a few comments on there, mate. Yeah, there'll be more stuff coming like that in the near future. Me and CDARG have been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. So this is very much the start of that. So sort of bite-sized information in the private group will come. More live presentations at least sort of once a week as well. Also, that full presentation will be uploaded to YouTube late when he's sent it over. So I'm going to do like a little introduction to it, basically explaining about what's going to be going over, and then the presentation will come on after that. That'll be uploaded to YouTube as well for those who missed out on that, which will be really, really good. And yeah, so yeah, more to come from that. Danny, I can see your messages when you say about not seeing the messages, but I can't see your other messages. Evening, have you heard of an indicator called Trend Target or Trade View by Alpha? Was told it's not bad. Daniel, I haven't heard of that one. If it's a large indicator, there's a very good chance I have heard of it. Just because when I first got into trading, I went through every single indicator known to man. Like I just went through loads of different indicators. I realized that 100% wasn't the way. But that's what I sort of did when I started trading. So I sort of know a good few, but I haven't heard of that one. Hello, Greg. Hello, hello, hello. How's the weekend been, Greg? Hope you had a smashing week, my man. Quick question for you, brother. How long have you been trading your strategy, and has it changed over the years? XPR, I've been trading this particular strategy for about 5.5 years now, maybe. I think in the 5 to 6 year range, and it definitely has adapted over time. You need to you really need to adapt over time. The markets are ever evolving. They're always changing. You know, the markets change all the time. And so you need to adapt over time to the market conditions and the conditions you are in. So I'm not saying completely change your system. I'm not saying that at all. But adapting to the market that you are in is very important. And yeah, you need to be sort of fluid. A lot of people in trading try and be super, super, super rigid. And you do have to be fluid. Otherwise, the market will change. You won't change, and you'll be screwed. So yeah, it's definitely changed quite a bit over the years. But the fundamentals of it, in terms of looking for areas of confluence where there's a lot of either support or resistance that are lining up, going with the trend, things like this, volume profiles, and sort of using a statistical edge with volume profiles, that's all stayed the same. Just a few little things have tweaked depending on market conditions, which is definitely important. And that's something which is important. You won't, a lot of people in the trading space have this idea that you'll find a perfect system and you'll use it forever and you won't change. That doesn't happen. It simply does not happen. Over time, even if you find the perfect system now, over time, it needs to evolve with the markets, which is, incredibly important. Greg, no, I wish I started when I was 12. That would be good. Evening, great live, Sildarg. Thanks for the insight. No problem, Lee. Yeah, absolutely smashed it. And a lot more to come from him. That live was, it was sort of advanced in the terminology used, but there's definitely like that really, really is like the very cusp of what's to come. So yeah, there's a lot more to come from him, which will definitely be amazing. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, double tap on the screen does help spread the live out. And if you do have any questions, just let me know in the chat and I'll happily go into detail on them. Any questions, pretty much at all. And then also we'll get into the charts, start marking up some nice levels, look at what we're sort of going into, what we're going into next week, which definitely will be interesting. Vinci goes recently, tight stuff, massive R when they coming off. Great to see. Nice, Darren. Yeah, Greg's a beast. I do recommend adding Greg in the Discord and getting some, squeezing his brain a bit. This morning was hoping to see it before. Sorry, Danny. Which Telegram did you send it on? Because I've cleared most messages today. So which Telegram did you send it on? Yeah, Yusuf. I haven't seen that. I do like Matt Armstrong. Alex guy, he's I don't believe he knows how to trade in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, XPR. Good point. I mean, after NFP, it's going to be interesting as well. And I know I was looking at it earlier. Actually, Trump did a talk yesterday where he went into detail on a lot of stuff, which definitely factors in. And then something which is interesting in sort of UK politics is, I believe there's like a 3-hour debate or something tomorrow about a potential re-election, which is pretty interesting as well in the world of UK politics. Yes, Samuel. So all the lives are recorded and they're uploaded to YouTube after. They're automatically uploaded to YouTube. I've been going live for most days for well over a year. Unfortunately, for the first 6 months, they were on TikTok, which I don't do that anymore. Then they were on Zoom, and now they're on YouTube. So I haven't got that full history of lives. But yeah, I've been going live for the best part of, definitely over a year now. So yeah. Mrs. is sitting on a phone and we have you on the TV in the living room. Say, Louis, I can't see that on the white background. Is that Lewis? Lewis Allen, you need to start trading up, please. Lewis Allen, you need to start trading. Louise, I think it's Louise. So you need to start trading. Can I send my support and resistance marked up and fibs to you? Get some feedback, please. Just for feedback. I don't want the whole movement laughing at my antics. Aaron, that's all good. The best thing to do is put them in the Discord and then at me, and then send them to me on Telegram as well, so I don't miss them. I've seen a lot of members this weekend. Seriously, have sent me their charts from what they're looking for going into next week. A lot of people did this last week as well, and they've it's been really, really, really good. So I definitely encourage that. Yeah, how are we getting on, mate? Hello, Louis. How are you? No problem, Aaron. No problem. And again, any questions regarding trading, regarding the private group where you got signals analysis courses, everything like that, just let me know and I'll happily answer. But yeah, how are you going, Louis? Divergences using VMATU indicator. I'm struggling with it. Yusuf. So divergences look as the following. So perfect example here. The exact bottom on gold. We can see the exact bottom last week, this is. We can see that price came down. Price moved down. You can see this low here, then this low. Price has moved down. Then we can see momentum here has moved up. Momentum up, price down. This shows that price is losing momentum and possibly due a reversal to the upside. That paired with the bias that we have to the upside gives an extremely good insight and edge for us to utilize. So that's a perfect example there. And there's a lot more examples we can look at. If we go to near enough every high, there is a divergence. So you can see here, price moved up, momentum moved down. You see this here? Momentum moved down. Price moved up. Momentum moved down. Huge move to the downside. These are very, very strong. Money and vibes. So I trade gold. Currently going to make a plan for next week. Look at sort of what price action we've come from last week. Mark up some levels. Definitely some nice levels to mark up. And come up with a plan. So most of trading, 95% of trading, if not more, is coming with a plan. Back testing, forward testing, all of these things. A lot of it is just gathering information. And then you can use that information on that 5% of trading, which is actually executing on your plan. So what I do is I look for levels, look for strong levels using Confluence. Going with the trend, going with the bias, and then once I've got those levels, when price does approach them, I'll look for confirmations and I'll enter the trades accordingly. Yeah, XAU USD. Hello, Jonathan. I do use money flow. Sometimes money flow, again, this comes back to what XPR said previously in the live, which is adapting. Okay, you'll see a lot of times things do move around a bit. So occasionally I'll have money flow off if I feel like we aren't in conditions where it's a reliable indication. And then I'll put things on. I'll start using maybe the 0.786 a lot more instead of the 0.618. You've got to adapt to the conditions you're in and be a bit malleable. That's how you squeeze the most out of trading. Okay, being extremely rigid and extremely this and this will be it forever, just it won't work in reality. I'm going to put money flow back on now though. Where is it? There we go. Perfect. There we go. Hello, Craig. Hello. That's unfortunate. I have booked off the last week of Feb for the meet, so hopefully see that. Nice, Louis. I look forward to it, mate. Humix, do you use the first hour of market open for main support and resistance for that day? So I don't use like the first hour, not particularly. I'll use the daily open. So like the daily open for each particular day is a seriously good area of either support and resistance. And so I'll definitely, I pretty much always have those on my chart. There's a few things which I always have on my chart. I always have daily open. I always have VWAP. I always have the session volume profile from the previous day, which outlines to me where the most volume was transacted the previous day, value area high, value area low, things like this. And I always have a volume profile. I always look at volume profiles. Those are a few key things which no matter what, I always utilize. And so, yeah, so daily open is definitely one of them. Yeah, at the end of Feb XPR, I'll release more information on it in the near future. How much money? How much money? What? Money vibes. It's all good, Jono. Yeah, there will be at the end of February. I'll release more information on that as soon as possible. Definitely, Louis. Definitely. Louis, let's get something booked in for next week. Let's find a time when we're both available and get something sorted. I've just seen WizKid put it's D Goot's birthday. Is that? I need to message. I like the way of speaking. I appreciate that. Bro, would be lovely you could find time and do a live trading session with everyone so we can learn from how you negative PA and your confluences as it reaches your level. Yes, Amar, there was a few last week where what I was looking for. So, for example, I was looking for the 4,500 level. I wasn't trading that level. I didn't want to trade 4,500. I was looking for this level here, which was 4,517. But I was explaining my mindset as I approached that level. And then also I did release I can't remember if it was, no, it wasn't last week, the week before. Basically, I was traveling over Christmas and I thought, I don't know why, it would be a good idea to like screen record as I'm entering a trade and my thought process throughout. And I pulled it up on the live and I went through exactly what I was doing when I was moving my stop loss and things like this. So that'd be good to do as well. That's crazy, Louis. I remember you saying that before, actually. You're heavily invested in AI, aren't you? Money and vibes, a decent bit. Great to meet in person. Like always, 100%. On the last members meetup, it was amazing to see. We had a good bit over 100 members come to the meetup, and it was really really good. So looking to do a similar sort of thing where a lot of members come together, and yeah, it's just great to meet in person, and yeah, it's really good to build up that personal repertoire and just to see each other and see we are real people. I think it's important. I now have a ColezTrades indicator. Is there a walkthrough I can watch to find out? Aaron, it's so that's actually a good point. No one's said that before. Walkthrough of the indicator is actually a good idea. But basically, it really is all of the indicators on the chart are areas of support and resistance, and I'd just recommend turning off the 4 hour because there's too many of them, and then just using the rest of them. But a walkthrough is actually a good idea. I haven't been asked for that before. That's a good idea. 100% XPR, I agree with that. World Free Speech, you on Tesla now? Come to Norway next week. Norway's a bit cold. I don't know. I don't know about Norway. Louis, on the ColezTrades support Telegram, mate. That's the best one. That's the best one. Yusuf, so money flow shows basically the amount of transactions. It's similar to volume, and so the amount of like buy sell transactions in the original indicator, which is called Market Cipher, which was I found in basically the crypto space. So I got into trading through the crypto space, and it was kind of a big indicator there. That's why you don't really see anyone in like the traditional trading space using this, because I brought it over from crypto. But the original indicator, money flow, is meant to show the money moving in and out of a pair. And so if money's moving into the pair, going up, then that price will go up. Money going up, money go in, price go up. Money come out, price go down. That's the sort of basis of it, but it doesn't actually work like that. But that's basically how you should think about it. If money's going down, then chances are price will come down. If money's going up, then chances are price will go up. And it's more of a flowing thing. So if you see money flow overall flowing to the downside, then chances are price will follow. It's best to look for curvature in it. So overall money flow is curving. And then you can see it's starting to curve down about here. And price begins to come down about there. Yeah, it's a good idea. I haven't been asked for that before, so that is a really good idea. But I will be doing a lot more videos now. I literally just sent my videographer a new video to do, so I'm going to be doing sort of how things are going to be structured. Unfortunately, at the start of the year, I was very, very, very ill. If you saw that one live, I was very ill. So this is something which we're going to be starting now, literally now. And what it's going to be is basically it's going to be a video a week on a very, very particular thing. And it's going to be a long form video of me going through everything on that. Then also there's going to be a live a week from CDOG, which again will be uploaded to YouTube. There's going to be a live a week from Brandon, which again will be uploaded to YouTube. They're going to be going over a very specific thing. Also, I'll be live each night, Sunday to Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time, like it is now. And there's going to be a few other things as well. So like members, like progress updates where we'll hop on a call and go through that, and that'll be uploaded as well. A few more things like that. Yes, Louis, I have. He actually messaged me back to today, so I need to reply back to that. But yeah. Darren. You gave me through the lives. I also plan my... Aaron. 2026 ColezTrades, Bosh. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of progress coming in the group. I'm really looking forward to the future of the group. For those who don't know, we're building, well, I believe we've already got the best private group. We're building up more and more and more. We've got resources in the private group that you literally can't find anywhere else in the trading space. The vast majority of the trading space is the exact same. They're teaching the exact same things, and that shows perfectly that it doesn't work. If everyone's trading it, and 90% of people in trading lose money, there's a clear correlation there. And so what we teach and what we show is just completely different. and the live streams. I think live streams are so important, and so we're really pushing that as well. Come 2026, and then also we've got a few other crazy things as well. Honestly, it's busy, but it's crazy. I love it. The end of 2026, this group will look completely different. In 3 months. I'm done with work. I have actually, cool thing is I have actually employed quite a few members from the group now, like behind the scenes to do, you know, there's a lot that sort of happens behind the group and a lot of other things which I do outside of trading as well. Like a few businesses that I'm invested in, a few businesses that I run. And so I've actually hired people from the group, which is really cool to see. So yeah. So EMA is based on where the price closes at, and it puts more emphasis on the most recent price action. That's why it curves up quickly towards the end of the EMA. So EMA stands for exponential moving average. It basically averages out the candle normally close of the past however many candles that you select. So if you select, for example, if we go in here, if you select 8, it will average out the last 8 candles, putting more emphasis on the last sort of few candles. And that's what EMA does. Whereas VWAP is volume weighted average price. So instead of doing average price based on the price that it closed at, it averages the price based on volume, which is very important. And a lot of big institutions, hedge funds, etc., put orders at the VWAP because they know there's a lot of volume there. And so it's really, really good. If they want to fill orders, they can just set an algorithm to close orders at the VWAP. It's very strong. A job vacancy board. That's actually not a bad idea. I quite like that. Oh no, Mo's back. Come on, Mo. What's he gonna say? Happy New Year, Mo. I think last time we spoke, you had a go at everyone in the group, but okay. Need a postman or sports masseuse? No, unfortunately not, Andy. Unfortunately not. Here we go again. This should be fun. This should be fun. I'm excited for Mo's wise words. I am as well. I'm super. It should be fun to see. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Hello, Ross. Hello, Laura. Who's Mo? I haven't been here in a while. So Mo basically came on. It was a really, really funny live. He came on the live one day and he asked a lot of questions. I answered the questions fine, and he just went off on a rampage and started insulting everyone. Like, yeah, I don't know. Hello, Chris. You're in for a treat. Barely been in Discord or done much trading, to be fair. Behind, give me a rundown. Yeah, I think everyone in the chat will give you a good rundown of that. He's yeah, interesting. Wait, I'm trying to Wait there. What did he? He put a big message in, but it was blocked. Guys. Hey, Max, can you expect? Wait there. Let me try and. He obviously. Michael. Mo is wild, bro. Yeah, I mean, he did it. So last live stream, he yeah, he actually got what was it? He got like timed out on that one because he basically called everyone. I can't say it on live, but the word begins with R and ends with D, and so yeah, he gets passionate. Your Discord paid membership? No, so Johnny. No, so the Discord isn't paid at all. So basically, by joining the private group, you gain access to the Discord, the private group, educator section. You gain access to literally everything. So just by joining the private group, which has got my analysis, signals, courses, everything like that, you also gain access to another group which has the has educators in, which are also brilliant traders sending out signals analysis and everything as well. And then you also get completely free access, no subscription, no nothing, to the Discord where all the members, you know, everyone talks and chats to each other and all of that stuff. So, so yeah. I like that. Mo money, mo problems. Anyway, I've done it on my own has flopped. All markups from Max have hit spot on every time. That's why he is Yoda. I appreciate that, Aaron. No process. I appreciate that, Chris. My £250 a day using what I learned here on Bitcoin. Nice, Jason. Really, really nice. That's amazing work, mate. Amazing work. Bitcoin's been interesting lately. Very interesting. Louis. It was a crazy crazy life. And look, I'm more than open to anyone's opinions of trading. The amazing thing about the trading space is that it does have you know, you can have differing opinions. There are buyers and sellers constantly in this market, okay? So you're never wrong. Like being wrong in the market, it's like being right and wrong. It's more of a grey area, okay? And so just flat out saying someone's wrong, you should do it this way, is just not good at all. And yeah. Got any New Year's? Louis. Charles is saying, I agree with that, XPR. She's here more of your voice than mine at the minute. Her name's Nikki. Hello, Nikki. Hope you're doing well, Nikki. And I hope my voice hasn't become annoying so far. That's brilliant. Got it. What was the... I didn't get the reference, John. I didn't. Okay, let's get into the charts then. So, let's go. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to look on the... Quick zoom out to the 4 hour, see what we've got going on. Okay, clearly in a bullish uptrend, so looks nice. We haven't yet taken out this high yet, but this does look like a higher low in preparation for a higher high. I do like to zoom out to the higher time frame, like the 4 hour daily time frame, whatever it is, just to gain a picture, see what's going on the environmental time frame. I think it's very important to have multiple time frames. So a multiple time frames can look like: A, you've got your execution time frame. B, you've got your midterm time frame. That's your setup time frame where you're looking to mark up levels. And then finally, you've got your environmental time frame. What's going on? What's the environment doing? Okay, I want to just look at what's going on, like what is happening. Okay, because there's a lot of trades that you will have entered, whereas if you zoom out on your environmental time frame, you'd be like, wait there, that trade just, doesn't make any sense in the context of this market. And so it's very important to have context on your trades. And so I like to zoom out, look at the environment that we are in. And then zoom in a bit, see what's going on. Okay, forming higher highs, higher lows. Money flow is moving to the upside now. We haven't yet got divergences on the 1 hour time frame. That says to me that we have more room to move up, which is great. And then on the 30-minute, we haven't yet formed divergences on there. Money flows moving to the upside. Everything's looking very, very bullish. Yeah, bias is bullish. Fundamentals bullish. Everything's bullish. So mainly looking for buys next week yet again. Seems like that's always the case. But yeah, we still do have this gap down here, this gap up. Market does tend to fill these gaps, these spaces of imbalance in the markets. It doesn't mean it has to fill it now, but eventually when it does fill it, it might be an area of significant support. So yeah. Directional buyers. So looking on higher time frames. So looking on your higher time frame. So for example, the 4 hour, looking at what market structure is saying, higher highs, higher lows, looking at what momentum's doing. Are we losing momentum? Are we gaining momentum? What's going on there? That's a very easy, very strategic way to gain your bias. On top of that, using volume profiles. So a really, really nice thing to do is to locate a range and pull a fixed volume profile across that range, okay? This is going to give you volume at a specific price, which is obviously very, very important. Let's move this back here. Knowing volume at a specific price is very good to know. And then we can identify our bias via what direction we moved up into that volume profile. Now, we moved up into this volume profile, so we can expect price to continue to the upside. If we move up, normally we consolidate, then chances are we've got a higher probability of us continuing to move to the upside. And by identifying these on a higher time frame, we can say, okay, we are in the value area high. Chances are that's a statistical anomaly. So chances are we're going to fall back into that value area. But then also we're having a move to the upside into that value area. So the chances are we're going to continue up. So these are good ways to build that bias. Too high for me to understand it. Ghost, let me know if you've got any questions. Again, one thing is trading is, there's a lot of information in the trading space. There is so much, and a lot of people make it seem very easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Trading is difficult, okay, and there's a lot to it, and so it's really not the case of I want to find a simple system and I just want to make money. It's either you really do learn trading and you make money, or you don't. Like that's kind of the two options there. There's no extremely easy route, and when you start anything, look, it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna be hard, but as long as you ask questions and you dedicate yourself just a bit, then eventually after just a few lives you'll have really, really good knowledge, mate. And again, any questions, I'm happy to answer. Ghost Reaper, of course. Maliko, I do recommend a book called Best Loser Wins. Wait there. Let me, I do, where is it? 1 second. I have it somewhere. Oh, no, these are different books. I thought I had it somewhere. Here we go. There we go. This book I recommend, which is a very, very good book. And there's a few others I can send you through. If you drop me a message on Telegram, saying like books or something, I can send you through a few which I particularly like. So this is currently on TradingView. Darren, I can't get off the window. Let me learn of supply and demand. Ghost Reaper, that's a great start. Look, learning supply and demand, it's very much when you're talking pure technicals. Now, there's two sort of fields really when you first get into trading that you're going to look at, and that is technical and that is fundamental. When you're purely looking at technicals, okay, you need to understand that your system isn't the thing which is going to make you profitable. It's how you use that system which is going to make you profitable. That's the discretionary part of trading. So supply and demand gives you a very, very easy way to identify when you should be using that discretion, okay? Without discretion, I'll put it like this. If there's a lot of people on YouTube who say, this system's going to make you loads of money. Okay, how come it makes some people money and doesn't make other people money? Random distribution, but then on top of that, People who learn when to use the system and when not to use the system make the system profitable, okay? If it was just use this and profit, they could code it, turn it into a bot and print money forever. But that just isn't the case. As we know, bots in the retail space do not work. And so supply and demand gives you a great way to actually identify where you're using that discretionary ability. For example, if you highlight an area of supply, for example, when you come down to that area, you know, it's like, okay, I've got an area of supply. We've just found it. It's very like a fresh level. We've had a huge move up from that level, identifying that institutions were, in theory, on board at that level. Then you've got to decide, okay, do I use this or do I not use this? And that's where a true technical system is good. Best loser wins. Yeah, best loser wins is very, very good. And it highlights not everything. There is something important. Like, not everything do I take as gospel from anyone in the trading space. You've got to be skeptical of everything. And so there are a few things in that book that I don't 100% agree with, but most of it I think is really on point and is really, really, really good. Nice, Warren. I've got the book on Audible, listen to it every night. Nice, Mark. It is very good. It is very good. Best loser wins second time around. Put it on while driving, pottering around. It's a great book. Nice, Andy. Really, really nice. But back to who asked the question? Ghost Reaper. Supply and demand is very good, and also it gives you a great understanding of markets in general. Okay, so you can build up a very good knowledge of trading through that. But then if you want to take it to the next level, you've got to build up that discretionary ability and then also work in fundamentals and stuff like that as well. But yeah, let me know if you've got any other questions. And if something doesn't make sense, then please don't hesitate to let me know. Yeah, so let's get into marking up. So this was a level which was given last week on Friday. I gave it live. You can go back to, I think it was the last live stream I did actually, and you can see this exact level was marked up and it was absolutely to the pip. So let's mark up. And then for those who want more information on the private group as well, you can happily ask. In the private group, you gain access to signals of the exact trades being taken, analysis, courses, full community support. We have a full-time support team there. It's the best place to learn and grow as a trader. And you get resources in there which you literally can't find anywhere else. And I mean that 100%. So let's take a look. So I'm going to mark up some trend lines. I do use trend lines to get a bit of, it's like scaffolding at the chart. I don't trade directly off them, but they help me visualize what is actually happening at the charts a bit better. And so I like them. We've got a clear trend line here. Very obvious, very nice. Then also we can go here. I'm going to remove this line there. We can see an important level there because when we broke through this level, we broke through with significant volume. That shows that it is a strong level. I did put a bit more information in the private group about that. You can scroll up in the private group and see that. I think I posted it yesterday. So let's see. The problem with marking up this high is we could just take out the high early on in market open. So that's something to keep in mind. So we're just going to look around the time frames, and then I'm going to come over here. Slap VWAP on, not this VWAP. Slap. Where is it? I don't like the lower and upper bands, so I don't want that on. Okay, nice. Perfect. Bro, free. Yeah, it's free to join, mate. You can join it. The link is on the YouTube description. Okay, perfect. Okay, so daily open, high volume node from last week, all coming in this very small area here, which is really, really nice. Let's zoom in a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to pull a fib from this low to this exact high. Okay, we do have a golden pocket perfectly on the daily open of last week, so I'm going to mark that up. Plus on the retest of these highs here. So retesting important highs, golden pocket, daily open, a lot of confluence in that general area, which is good. So golden pocket plus daily open plus prev highs. Perfect. We do have naked point of control there as well. I actually am going to slightly move that down. It's a bigger area, but I do want to encapsulate that. Actually, what we can do is we can move that there, move this here, and instead of golden pocket we'll put 0.786 and then plus naked point of control. Change it a little bit just because it does look a lot. I like the naked point of control. Price tends to gravitate towards naked points of control as well, so I definitely want that on the chart. Boom. And then this is an area I will be looking for buy positions from. So we'll pull that up. We'll go there. Get rid of this. There we go. Okay, that's nice. And again, any questions, guys, just let me know and I'll happily answer. How do you get the blue lines on the chart? Does that come with indicator? Yes, so in the private group, in the Discord, there's a ColezTrades indicator section. That gives you access to basically some just objective levels which I use, which are daily open, very strong, VWAP, very strong, previous VWAP levels. I'll explain that a bit more in a second. And then like 4-hour daily, weekly support resistance, things like this. Just objective levels which I like to use. Nice, Danny. I've been sussed out. How much do we need to have in our war chest before we can start trading? I mean, you can start with very little and just build up that knowledge. I think something which is important in trading, the easiest thing to build up, especially in today's world, is capital. The hardest thing is building up the edge. Okay, for example, in the private group, we've got a private funding service which can fund you from like 360K in capital all the way up to $1 million. Jay has used it to make well over 6 figures in the last few months. Nisi's used it and she made, the Nisi's in the members spotlight. She had her first 10K day like last month. Recently had another 12K day, which is amazing. And so you can use that to scale your capital. So capital really isn't a limiting factor as much as you think it is. There's a lot of ways to scale capital quite quickly. The main thing is education, learning, and coming up with a strong system to utilize that capital on. Like always, I'll put it in the educational section after this and the technical section. Actually, what I'll do is I'll copy link. I don't know if I can put links. Okay, that's the link to my exact chart that you can use to look at the chart. I don't know if you can copy that. Actually, I'll put it in the live stream section, not the live stream section, the technical section. There we go. I've put it in the technical section. 10K day is great. Yeah, it is. And look, it's in the if you're in the public group, which you can find on the YouTube description, in the members spotlight section, you can see when Nisi first joined. And I'm going to do a members spotlight where I spotlight a member's journey once a week, and basically take you through their journey from start to finish. Well, not start to finish, start to where we are now. And on Nisi's one, which she was the first one that we did, she messaged me and she was like, look, I know nothing about trading. Like, I don't know what stop loss is and I don't know what take profit is. I forwarded that message from her into the members spotlight section. And then she slowly get better and better and better. And then she was doing, £200 days. And then she was doing £300 days and then £700 days. And then you can see her journey go. Me and a lot of members have met Nisi in person. She came to the London event, which is amazing. She's on the lives a lot as well. And then she did her first 10K day with us and then followed by a further, 12K day, which is amazing. So, yeah, and you can see her full journey in the public group. Minimum 250, so you can actually use proper risk management, mate. Great enough. Yeah, Louis, we'll get a call sorted. Definitely due a catch up. Jonathan. Are you looking in the Discord? In the Discord and the ColezTrades indicator section. If you do struggle, just type in the chat and either Tony or me and we'll help you get it on your chart, mate. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. See what else we can come up with. I do like this level though. It's not really. Where is it? Boom, here. Going to mark up this volume profile as well. Previous volume profile that we've broken out of now. Golden pocket ain't really lining up with much. We do have that value area low though. Let's see if this lines up with any. I think this does line up with the VWAP. Yeah, it does. Perfect. That's nice. So we've got there VWAP plus 0.786 plus prev value area low. Perfect. There we go. And again, guys, any questions that come up, please don't hesitate to drop me a message and let me know, and I'll happily answer. And if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen, liking the live does help spread it around a bit. And so I do appreciate that as well. Okay, let's remove that. And let's go through there. Perfect. So Jason, this wasn't a 0.76 on the golden pocket. So this was just a separate 0.786. So what I did was I pulled the fib from this low here to this high up here. So from this low to this high to gain a 0.786 that is very near this previous value area low that lines up with a previous VWAP close. So not only is there a lot of volume there, but also it shows that if we do have a pullback there and we do anticipate the trend to continue, that's a very high probability of the trend continuing from that 0.786 level. And then also these previous highs here, previous low here, previous lows here, we can see we have got, basic support and resistance there as well. So yeah. This is gold, so XAU USD. No problem. All good, all good. CX Nation, so the link to the Telegram is on the YouTube description, and then you request there, and then I'll accept you, and then you can see all the stuff in there, mate. And then you can also drop me a message personally in the Telegram as well, and get any more information. Okay, guys, I'm pretty happy with this for now. I'm going to move this over. This isn't a sell level for the future. This is a sell level which we had on last week. So I did give this sell level, which was the exact top to the pip. And yeah, there's not much really like resistance after this level, really. So I'm not bothered with taking sells. Gold's extremely bullish right now still. And so I'm not really too bothered with entering sell positions. I'm very happy with this with these buy positions, continuing the trend. And yeah, but I definitely want to see how markets open, see how Asia session is. Can give us a good indication on what's to come next week. And then obviously we have a lot of news next week, which is important as well. We could see a retracement down to this value area, which would close out this gap. But then I'd be extremely like buy in buy mode, basically. Dear team, if you're liking the content, please like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It definitely is. Money and vibes, drop me a message. We can talk things through. Darren. But yeah, guys, we'll finish up with a few final questions. Let me know. Let me know any sort of final questions, and then we'll get to it. And I'll be dropping this chart in the private group after this. And yeah, so let me know if you've got any questions, and I hope you're looking forward to next week. Yeah, let me know. You know, making a return. I was good. I missed the Only Fools and Horses one. Mark, we'll have to. So Kahoot. Kahoot needs to be like instant in real time because it's time based, and on YouTube there's a bit of a delay, so it doesn't really work. But I'm pretty sure I did look into this before. I can put polls on here or something. I'll look into it because we can't do Kahoot, so we've got to find an alternative. But I think bringing the quizzes back is super interactive, super fun, and I definitely think there's a lot of value there. Like always, how to practice marking fibs. Mark them up. Once you've marked them up, drop them in the Discord at me. We'll see if you're right or see if you're wrong. If you're right, then great. Do another one. Do another one. If you're wrong, we'll explain where you're wrong. You make the adjustments until you're right, and then keep going. It's the best way. It's the best way. Jason, I'll drop some more information as soon as possible on that. Okay, nice, Mark. Yeah, we'll get something sorted on that. I do want to bring it back, but yeah, we can't do Kahoot, unfortunately. See you in a bit, Mark. Take care. Speak soon. So, yeah, I'm only looking for really buy positions. We've absolutely boomed up, and you'll notice a lot of the time when we're in a ranging market, this goes back to again what XPR said at the start of the live, which is, you know, during a range, which is that adapting. So during a ranging market, I'll have buy positions, I'll have sell positions. During a trending market to the upside, I'll only have buy positions. During a trending market to the downside, I'll only have sell positions. I don't want to go against the trend. I want to go with the bias that increases the probability of success exponentially. Okay, Alan, we'll have to bring these back. I see the Kahoots are missed. Need to advise. So I think something there is definitely reducing. This is going to sound like I'm a broken record, but reducing risk. An analogy I gave to James, actually, his name's Geordie in the Discord, was when you're in drawdown, like significant drawdown, you feel like you need to claw it back. The best way, in my opinion, to do it is reset risk, okay? Reduce risk heavily, take a step back, and start to build up confidence more. Okay, was it a problem with your model? Was it a problem with your execution? Was it a problem with your risk management? Where was the problem? Okay, try and identify the problem. And then when you go back into the market, start off with a very, 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 very small amount of risk. It's like, I gave this analogy on Friday, but it's like you're driving an F1 car, okay, and you have a bad crash, okay? When you drive that F1 car again, you're not going to be able to push the car to the limits, okay? Because you're going to be scared, you're going to be timid. What does that mean? You're not going to be able to get enough heat in your brakes, enough air in the aero, and you're going to end up crashing again because you're not pushing it to the limits. This is exactly the same in trading. When you have a bad crash, you can be very timid. So you're not entering when you should be entering. You're not using proper risk. You're not doing things properly. The best way to do that is to reduce the risk, get in a less powerful car, and really build up that confidence again. Fly around the track, utilize the car to limits. With your system, fly around the charts, okay, increase, see some profits, and really build up that confidence again. From there, you can start executing on with larger risk, go into a more powerful car. And before you know it, you'll have built up that confidence and you're back in the F1 car flying around the track, and you'll be back on your normal system, flying in profits with the correct risk. So I think that's the best way to do it. Jason, so I trade XAU USD, so gold, and I don't trade one specific time frame. I don't believe in using one time frame. I don't think there is a magic time frame. If you want more information, you zoom in. If you want less information, you zoom out. Confining yourself to one time frame, I think is a really not good idea. I think you need at minimum really 3 time frames: execution time frame, midterm time frame, which is your setup time frame, and then your higher time frame. I think that is very, very key. Ah, nice, Mark. That's really, really, really good. What type of trader would you recommend me to be? I will like your Telegram and Discord channel as well, please. Yeah, Ghost Reaper. It's on the YouTube description. So if you click onto my name in the bottom left and you go onto the YouTube, you can get access to it in the YouTube description. And then what type of trader you will be, it really depends on your sort of mentality. I would, especially when you're getting into trading, I would heavily avoid scalping. Scalping, you can get eaten up by spreads and fees and everything like that. And then also you've got to be very, very, very quick, okay? Scalping is really not that good, okay? A lot of people think scalping quick trades, quick profits. It's really not that good. Day trading, intraday, I think is the best. And then once you've built up that knowledge there, it's very easy to translate that into swing trades. I think even the best way to be a swing trader is to be a day trader first. And so you can, come up with those really good positions, and then you can just hold positions and let those positions turn into swing trades, if that makes sense. So I think when you're asking what trader you should be, it really depends on your mindset, your personality, and the type of person you are at the charts, and your lifestyle. I would avoid scalping. I think starting off with day trading and gaining a good base of knowledge is the way to go. No, 45.17, no, that level's been hit. So this level was given last week on the live, and it was hit to the pip, so no. No problem, Ghost Reaper. It's all good. Appreciate it changing the life for sure. Appreciate that, Aaron. Appreciate that. CX. I'm on the charts near enough every day, but I don't actively trade every day. Sometimes the market's just not giving us opportunities, and I think forcing yourself to trade every day is a really not good idea. Sometimes you're not going to get setups. That's fine. One of the hardest things in trading is not trading. Okay, but that is where you will seriously improve. A lot of people focus on knowing when to trade. They're constantly looking at what system to use, when to enter, this, that, and the other. They don't spend enough time looking at when they shouldn't trade, okay, when conditions aren't for you, okay? So it's not about, trading is more about not trading than actual trading itself. So no, I don't trade every day, but if a nice setup appears, then I'm going to take advantage of it. Test your patience. It really, really does. I am definitely not looking for sells when market opens. NPOC is naked point of control. Yes, Jason. Yeah. So, Prana, I think markets currently are near all-time highs. They've absolutely boomed. I'm not in a mindset of sells. I'm in, okay, where markets now are currently a bus heading at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm not going to try and get in the way of that bus. I'm going to try and hop on that bus. So mainly looking for buys. That can quickly change, but right now, I'm not going to try and get in the way of that bus. So hope everyone had a great weekend anyway. We're going to finish it up there. If you do want any information regarding the private group where I do post signals, analysis, courses, you get full access to the community. It really is genuinely the best place to become a full-time trader, then click the link in the YouTube description and drop me a message and I'll personally respond. And yeah, take care everyone. Have a great week. And good luck at the markets next week. I wish you all the best. Please make sure you're sticking with proper risk management. Risk management, risk management, risk management. And be patient. Chill. It's going to be fine. Take care, guys. Have a great night. See you in a bit, Jason. See you in a bit, Jono. Warren, Mark, like always. Jason against CX Nation, Prana, Philip, Warren, Heath, Krishina, Aaron, Ghost Reaper, Narash, Mark, Anali, Alan, Hammer, Andy, Leanne, Steve. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your night.